Hey there, future pilots. Gearing up for your PPL ground exams can definitely feel a bit overwhelming, but we're going to make mastering these aviation regs super simple. Okay, let's dive into this explainer and crack Rule 16 together.
So the official definition of Rule 16, which you'll also hear called the right-hand traffic rule, basically says this. When you're flying inside of the surface and you decide to follow a linear landmark, like a road, a railway track, a canal, a coastline, basically any line of landmarks, you absolutely must keep them on your left. And I really want to emphasize that word for your memory banks right now. Left. That linear landmark needs to stay out the left window of your aircraft. Period.
Now what's really interesting here is the built-in safety mechanic of this whole rule. Just imagine some opposing traffic flying right towards you and they're following the exact same railway line. Because your aircraft keeps that landmark safely on the left and they are keeping it on their left, well, your two aircraft are naturally just going to pass each other with the railway tracks safely in the middle. It's really just a beautifully simple, elegant solution to keep planes apart.
So the crucial point is that this regulation isn't just about checking a box to pass a test, right? It's actually rooted in highly practical airmanship. There are really two big advantages to doing this. Number one is visibility. If you're the pilot in command sitting there in the left seat of your Cessna or Piper, keeping the feature on your left means you can just easily look down and visually track your progress, no straining your neck all the way across the cockpit. And number two, like we just visualized, any opposite direction traffic that's actually obeying the rule will naturally be completely on the other side of that line feature. It is literally fundamental passive collision avoidance of work.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because there is a classic PPL ground exam trick question that you absolutely need to know. You've got to know the exception to the rule. Rule 16 does not apply when you're flying in controlled airspace or CAS and you're operating in accordance with instructions given by the appropriate air traffic control unit. Simply put, if you are in controlled airspace and ATC gives you a specific heading or clearance that contradicts keeping a road on your left, you listen to ATC. Air traffic control instructions will always override the standard visual flight rule.
All right, studying aviation law requires a ton of intense focus, so let's just take a quick mental break to let all of that really sink in. I have a very important, highly technical aviation question for you. Why did the airplane refuse to fly directly over the railway tracks?
Because it didn't want to lose its train of thought, so it kept it on the left. Okay, I know. That is an absolute groaner of a dad joke, but I guarantee you, the next time you are flying over a railway track, or sitting down sweating over your ground exam, you're going to remember that silly joke, and you're going to remember exactly where that track belongs, on your left.
We really hope this explainer helps you completely crush your upcoming PPL ground exam. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more PPL explainers. Before we wrap things up today, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder. How does Rule 16 actually change your approach to cross-country flight planning? Think about it for a second. If you draw a line directly over a highway on your navigation chart, how might you need to adjust your actual heading up in the air to remain legally compliant? Definitely keep that in mind for your next flight. Study hard, fly safe, and we'll see you next time.